Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is So, today's video I want to talk about, to get the camera going good, there we are. I want to talk about Scorpios versus the Capricorn. So, I'm thinking about it. I was like, which video should I do? Should I do Taurus versus Capricorn? I'm like, nah, I'm bored with Taurus, so I want to talk about the Scorpio versus the Capricorn, because I think that their energies are very similar. One's ruled by Pluto / Mars, and the other one's Saturn, and God knows Saturn rules everything, right? The box that we live in. So, what's the main differences? Alright, let's break it down by sun first. Sun, Scorpio, ready? Tracy. Absolutely fucking bunkers. But I love that about them. Scorpios are highly intuitive people. They're very sincere. They're very dedicated. Absolutely fucking madness. They're very intense people. They're very loving, caring, devoted, passionate people. They're very, I wouldn't say mysterious. I feel like Scorpios are always known as mysterious. But are they really mysterious? I think they're fucking direct as fuck. But I think that Scorpios are misconstrued as mysterious because they don't need to let all their intentions be known, because they're out doing the shit that they said they want to do. So, I love Scorpio. I love Scorpio suns. They are the shit. But Scorpio moons, on the other hand, tense, very intense. These are where you get more secretive types, because Scorpio moon's kind of like, I'm not gonna talk about that right now, unless you want my full range. My rage will be coming for you. Shh. Don't worry about it right now. Don't worry. Versus the Scorpio rising. Now, Scorpio rising people. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you right now. You people think that you are the most secretive and perceptive people out on the planet. Okay? You're not. You are a Scorpio wannabe. I mean, I love you guys. I really do. I mean, I've watched lots of Scorpio Rising videos. I was actually in a Scorpio Rising video with Carolyn Mayberry and Kajaya Maverick. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm talking to you too, my friends. You're wannabe Scorpios. You want to have this veiled mystery, reality. You're just really perceptual, very perceptive people. And I love that about you. And I love the drive and ambition you have going for you. It's amazing. But Scorpio rising, some people take that shit too serious. Like, I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm ready to unleash Armageddon. But no. Chill. Alright? Chill. Comparatively to the Capricorn. Okay? So, now, the Capricorns are very, 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 very boring. Did I just say that? No, I'm fucking around. No, Capricorns are very loyal people. They're very driven. They're very dedicated. They're on their path. But they're very fearful of giving kind of who they are completely because of Saturn. Who doesn't love Saturn, right? Saturn. So, what happens is, the Capricorn, Sun particularly, loves to identify with building something for the community, right? So here they are, building for something. But then they have fear. So it's like the Capricorn Sun, really, at the end of the day, they need to master their own fears. That's really the sun sign really telling you. You identify with your fears, then henceforth you must bring forth, the drive to overcome your fears, because you have that potential, you have that power, you identify with that is your sun. But most Capricorns are like, what? Because it's constant fears, and so they have fears of rejection from society, fears that they're not worthy enough, fears that they're not doing enough to, for their community, for their families, for etc., etc. Capricorns want to be the provider and show their success because they have so much doubt of their own damn success. So a Capricorn solar really could be the master of fear if they believe in it themselves. depending also where Saturn is in their chart and things of that nature. But really, I'm going to go ahead and study that. Comparatively to the Capricorn moon. Capricorn moons are just a conflict, an internal conflict. Because the moon obviously is represented by Cancer, the opposite sign of Capricorn. So the moon is like wanting to be expressive and wants to wax and wane and wants to really just be. And Capricorn is fearful of just being. We just established that because it's ruled by Saturn. So Capricorns in general are supposed to master their fear comparatively to Scorpios, who need to constantly transform. Pluto and Mars transform. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So the Capricorn moon, the lunar Capricorn, are like, whoa, I got feelings. Oh, do I have feelings? And then they want to express, but then they don't want to express, because if they express, well, they get hurt. And so they have fear of getting hurt, and in fear that they're not worthy, and things that they're doing on a deep level internally that they don't necessarily want to always showcase how they actually feel, because they might feel rejected by the other people / peoples in society that might look at them differently. It's interesting because I have an Aquarius moon, so I can kind of understand, because Aquarius is kind of co-ruled by Saturn, if you go with Vedic astrology. Actually, even some Western astrology believe that. Nonetheless, Capricorns are constantly in this perpetual state of fear until they master and overcome their own fear. Typically later in life, after 30, after their solar return. Or, excuse me, Saturn return. Let me see, what else was I saying? So, Capricorn risings, we fear rejection from society, and we put this extra strain on ourselves so that we are looking appropriately to what other people expect out of us. So Capricorn, a rising person, has this constant veneer that they're professional, that they're articulate, that they're doing everything that is worthy of society, because they constantly fear being rejected by their appearance in society. Unless you have like some crazy ass aspect, like, your rising versus your sun in a square. But nonetheless, Capricorns are constantly trying to overcome their fears, no matter where the placement is. If it's a Mars, if it's a Venus, if it's Jupiter, there's a constant fear that needs to be overcome in that particular area. Comparatively to the Scorpios, they need to dive deep into themselves to constantly find out who it is that they really are, because they get lost in the merging process. So, I don't think many other astrologers talk about this, but it's the truth. That is what Scorpio is. Scorpio is the merger between you and someone else coming together and not getting lost. Not like Pisces lost, like, where are we? But like lost in terms of, who's my identity? Where is my identity anymore? Is my identity now together with you? Because it's Libra. Libra is all about our identity together. We, right? The Scorpio is now a deeper level of that. So it's like, we are now one. I own your bank account, okay? We have merged financially. We have merged sexually. We are intimate with each other. We have merged. We are now intertwined. And so I need to make sure that you are just as intertwined and on the same depth that I am. Because, Libra is just like, haha, look, we've come together. Party? So, nonetheless, the Scorpios don't necessarily have fear, because they're constantly having bullshit and trauma and things of that nature hit them and hit them and hit them and hit them and hit them, so that they keep constantly finding a deeper aspect of themselves that they are merging themselves with. They find the core of who they are and merge it with that aspect. So, for instance, if the sun is placed in the 10th house, they are going to die in their career over and over and over again, and then keep constantly coming back and merging with their career and their status in society, comparatively to the 4th house, which would be their family. The Scorpio, wherever the placement is, that is where you come to die. Comparatively to the Capricorn. The Capricorn, wherever that placement is, you are going there to master your fear. Now, if they're together, you are going to die and then bring back to life to overcome that damn fear. And if you don't, it's like someone like literally taking you, right? Taking you and dousing you in water and says, "Are you done? Are you ready to swim?" You shake your, you bring you up to some air, and they're like, "No," and they throw you right back into the water. That is the energy of Capricorn and Scorpio when they're together, because the Scorpio is like, "You're going to die," and Capricorn's like, "Did you master your fear yet? But did you master your fear yet? But did you master your fear yet? Did you master your fear yet?" No. Because every time I go to master this goddamn fear, you keep throwing more fucking hurdles at me, and now I look like the goddamn 10 of Wands carrying all this shit on my back. Then you realize it's a Capricorn. You didn't have to carry it to begin with. Spoilers. So, Capricorns, they're constantly beating themselves up. Beating their ass up. Mars and Gemini. Talk, talk. They're constantly beating their asses up because they constantly think that whatever they're doing, they're not able to overcome their fears. And so what they do is they overcompensate for their fears. They have to have the flashiest car. They have to have, you know, the things that show their worth to other people, that they're worthy in society, that they've made it to the gala. And you know, they really struggle with that because internally they feel like shit, but at least they got a fancy ass car, the best house, right? So you might say, well, I know a Capricorn that's not like that. Yeah, because they probably have some other aspect that makes them even feel like, oh, I need to have a vow of poverty. But most Capricorns I know, they love to go on their vacations, they love to be in their big ass houses, and they love to have their fancy ass cars to overcompensate for actually how they feel inside. Which makes a lot of sense because, you know, any sign after the, you know, the 7th house / Libra, it's really showing the reflection to the other people, the other person. Alright, so Pluto is going to make you rebirth. Hence, the Scorpio needs to turn into the Phoenix constantly. There's like 3 evolutions of Scorpio, and the last is the Eagle. But the first is really like a low vibe Scorpio. Those are the people that are the manipulative fucks that everyone keeps talking about. You know, they are the fuck boys and the fuck girls of the world. They're the ones that are like, ha, yeah, I'm gonna mess with you, and then I'm gonna say I love you, and then I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna go over there, and then I'm gonna do what I need to do, right? But that's low vibe Scorpio. When Scorpio matures, they're like, all right, now I have some inner peace, because that's what they're really looking for, is that inner peace. But they don't have to look for it, really, because they are their own inner peace. Once they realize that, then anytime they transform, they die again, they'll be ready to continue on until they become the Eagle. And then the Eagle, nothing will faze them, not even a transformation. They'll be expecting it / ready to honor it, because they know that the blessing and blessings that are coming from it are worth kind of worth where it's at. Whereas the Capricorn, once they just master their damn fear, they get their reward. Scorpios, they get the reward by finally finding the peace that they've always wanted, because it's always within them. They have to find it as they die for it. The Capricorn has to master and master and master the fear until the fear is no more. Then they receive the reward. But both of them want to not necessarily deal with the drudginess of the task at hand, comparatively to something else, like a Taurus sun or a Libra sun. You know, that's Venusian Venus. It's like Venus is like, here you go, here's a platter, do you want it? And the Taurus is like, well, I don't know about that. You know, actually, they'll probably scarf it down first before, and then think about it after. And the Libra's looking how beautiful it's, you know, the decor was. But you know, Saturn and Pluto are not like that. But they offer a deeper reward once you master them, once you dive into it. So who's gonna win this battle? Is it the Scorpio or is it the Capricorn? Well, I think it depends on the person, because the person's ultimately going to decide for themselves what the fuck matters, right? So are you going to master your fear, or are you going to master your transformation? Luckily, everyone has these placements in their charts. You know, if you have, let's say you have Scorpio on your 7th house, guess where you're going to be dying? Your relationships. Shh, that's not funny. You know what I'm saying, though. Comparatively, if you have Capricorn in your 7th house, then you know that you have to master your fear when it comes to relationships. Both of them are going to be tested, and you will be tested to master who you are. So, it's going to be fun. It's a lot of positives. I think those two signs particularly offer you the most growth, the most advancement, because you're going to transform. You're going to overcome your fears. You're going to become who you truly always wanted to be, because that's who you are now. But you're going to have a deeper understanding of that, who you are now. You know, it's not going to be just a, stick figure saying, "Ha, this is who I am now." You're the depth that you are. And without Scorpio placements and without Capricorn placements, really, what are you building toward? Where are you going? So, I love it. I love these two signs. I'm glad I got to do this video today. I hope you all enjoy. I miss you all. It's been a while since I've done this. But we're going to have more coming. In the comments below, please, if this is your first time watching me, like and subscribe. But also comment. I want to know what you want to know next. What verses should we do? I'm thinking about Gemini versus Sagittarius. Yeah, definitely think of that. Alright, well, I'm going to do another pick a card reading soon. Stay on tuned for that, and I shall catch you all in the future. Goodbye.